Hey guys, it's Tony with Geek Designs, and today I'm going to talk to you about what do I think the graphic design trends are going to be for 2018. Remember, design videos come out Mondays, so get subscribed for that if you haven't already. Now, one of the biggest trends I think that's going to happen in 2018 that has been showing its face more and more is there are going to be more vibrant colors used in design. Not just logos, not just marketing material, it's going to be everywhere. So kind of like how Spotify changed their color recently, they were kind of a darker gradient to green. Now they're just a big bright green. Same thing with YouTube. Google also did it recently. I think it's going to happen more and more. More companies are going to decide that they need a vibrant color to kind of make themselves stand out, pop. So I think you'll see that more. It would be almost like how the 80s and 90s used to be, with just radical colors everywhere. But a little bit toned down because no one wants to go that far back. I think the second trend you're going to see a lot more is you're going to see a lot more different type. I think we're going to start stepping away from these very harsh geometric fonts and maybe go towards more rounded points, more consumer-friendly fonts. You're going to see a lot of redesigns. So a lot more companies are going to try to show that they have a personality, or that they're not this soulless entity. They're going to try to make themselves seem more personal with a new look. Number 3, I think there's going to be a lot more geometric shapes added to designs. So we've already started to see this happen. I think it's also not just going to be a lot more geometric shapes used. I think it's going to be a mix of geometric and organic shapes used. So we'll see a lot more rounded corners now. We'll see a lot more of a mixture of these. The good thing to start pointing to is Adobe. With a lot of their new apps, XD, Dimensions, and some of the other ones that recently came out, the 2018 update, they have rounded corners versus the older apps that have square corners. I think they'll all transition over to those rounded corners, and I think that'll help people see that, well, we all don't need to have these boxes, we all don't need to have this. We can have these rounded corners, we can have organic shapes mixed with these geometric shapes. I think also there's going to be a lot more use of double exposure. I've seen it more and more with album covers and some print ads and some TV advertisements. I think it's going to become big this year again. I think there will be people finding interesting ways to use it. I could honestly think of some ways to use it personally. So I think it'll become one of those things that is used for a while, die again, and then it will come back later on down the road. I think this is also going to be a year where we start seeing a resurgence in painted illustrations. So think of Norman Rockwell or Alex Ross. I think there's going to be a whole new resurgence of this with a new twist on it. I don't know what that twist will be, but I think it will come back this year, or it will start to show its head more this year. I think there will be a whole new generation of people that we think of like Norman Rockwell or Alex Ross. So I'd keep your eye on those to see if those start coming up more. I don't think it'll be maybe as detailed or maybe artistic as them, but it'll have its own flair to say this was our generation of painted illustrations. It could be that they're more traditional again. It could be that they're going to be all digital painters, but I think we will see them come up this year. Some things that I think should be taken or looked at, but I don't think are going to show full force this year. AR and VR. Those two I think are going to keep maturing. I don't think they're going to be exploding onto the scene this year, but I think they will mature. They will become what they will become. More people figure out what to do. I still think they're like in the 70s, like what PCs were in the 70s and 80s. We're still trying to figure out how to use them. We're still trying to figure out what can they do. We know the technology is going to keep moving forward, but if we can't make the software or figure out the user experience for it, what's the purpose of doing it? Tech Altar did a good video on AR and VR, and you can see it in the card above. I would check that out. Might give us more explanation on where it's going and how could we possibly use it. Another thing is, I think UI and UX design are going to explode this year. It's been building up that this is going to become a field for designers, graphic or web. So I think that it is going to explode this year. I think there's going to become a whole market for people that are looking for this. And I think it'll become a solidified industry. Now, if it becomes more web design or graphic design, I'm not sure. I think it'll be an in-between for people. So say if they don't want to learn how to code, but they like designing websites, they'll slot right there. I think this can become mainly an agency job though. So maybe not a freelance job, but I think it'll be people in agencies that want to go in between the two departments, they'll slot right there. Well guys, that's going to do for this one. These are my trends I think that are going to happen in 2018. Some could happen, some could not. Just want to throw my hat in the ring and say here's what I think is going to happen from everything I'm seeing. Remember, design videos come out Monday, so get subscribed for that if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.